Hi, this is Ray Sheen. I'd like to talk today about one of the most important aspects of project execution, and that is decision making. I'll start with the characteristics of a good project team decision-making process. The process focuses on the goals to be served by that decision. Second, the process uses available data. It does not just rely on opinions and tradition. Third, it takes into consideration the project and the organizational constraints. The decision is realistic for the project situation. Fourth, it addresses the risk associated with that decision as part of the decision-making process. It identifies the existing risk, recognizes any new elements of risk, or risk mitigation that occurs because of the decision. It also follows a reasonable process. Team members involved in making the decision have confidence that the process is fair and will yield a good result. Finally, it respects and develops the team members throughout the process so that decision-making gets better and better over time. Project decisions often can involve many people, but also must be decided quickly to maintain the project schedule. Different decision-making processes have various levels of project team engagement and time requirements. When there is very little time, the leader just decides. This also requires very little involvement, but the leader loses the benefit of insight from other team members. When there is more time, the leader can check with some of the other team members and ask their opinion about the decision. After listening to each member's opinion, once again, the leader decides. When there is even more time available, the leader can call the entire team together and let them debate the issue. Each individual has an opportunity to present their position and to discuss the merits and defects in other positions. At the end of the debate, the leader decides. The final approach is where the entire team gathers together and debates until they reach consensus. This will often take a long time. It may lead to the best decision, although it may also lead to a stalemate and no decision when there are 2 or 3 irreconcilable positions. In that case, the leader has to step in and decide, often leaving the team feeling frustrated with winners and losers. Let's talk about the confidence we have in these decisions. The confidence is based upon the stability of the information used during the decision-making process and the reliability of that information. Reliability is based on whether it's fact or opinion, and stability is based upon whether the information is fixed or is still changing. Ideally, key decisions on the project are made based upon fixed facts. These decisions should be final decisions and not revisited multiple times. However, sometimes, especially on development projects, we don't have any facts. We only have the expert judgment that is the opinion of the subject matter experts. In that case, we can decide on a direction. We can decide on what we think should be done. We should make that decision and then move quickly and efficiently on that path. However, at some point in time, we need to confirm that decision with actual facts. Sometimes we have some facts, but the facts are few and far between. The situation is still somewhat fluid, and each new fact adds another little piece of information. When that is the case, we can usually decide on some of our boundaries. What I mean by that is, we can eliminate some of the options. Let's say we're looking at 5 different ways to move forward, but based on the few facts we have, we can now eliminate 2 options. However, we still need to consider 3 options until we get more facts. We definitely are not able to make a final decision. Finally, sometimes there are no facts and there's no agreement between the subject matter experts. When that's the case, all you can decide on is to do something next. Hopefully that something will lead to facts or an agreement of opinion. At least you are moving forward rather than sitting and doing nothing. Sometimes bad decisions are made on a project. The typical cause for bad decisions on the part of senior management is ignorance. They don't understand how the project interacts with other projects. So a decision that is good for one project is devastating in another. Or possibly the project definition and goals are sometimes unclear. Senior management has many projects in their mind, and they can confuse which project is which. Third, they may not understand the demand that each project is making on the same pool of resources. Because of that, they overcommit the organization. The core team, including the project leader, often make bad decisions for different reasons. The core team, including the project leader, often make bad decisions for different reasons. Gaps in accountability and empowerment lead to core team members not engaging with the rest of the core team. Sometimes the problem is that the functional strategies are not aligned with the project goals, and the core team members feel like they are caught in the middle. They just pick one and undermine the other without finding a way to meet both. Of course, on any project, there are occasionally some planning errors, and finally, they may underestimate or fail to recognize risk, which will then often lead to bad decisions that must eventually be corrected. The third group that sometimes make bad decisions with respect to projects is the functional managers. These are people who are assigning and supervising many of the resource pools that are used for doing the work of the project. One of the challenges they face is overcommitment. They strive to make sure that they have work for everyone in their department and end up taking on more than they can do. Also, they often are not aware of unique project requirements due to a communication breakdown between them and the core team members. Decision-making is a key element of any project. Making wise decisions is crucial for project success.